Hello, YouTube. This is Toss with Chris. I want to talk about something again about about a thing about Chappell Roan that's been going on for. I just found out probably about a couple of minutes ago. Um, she came off as rude to a fan, but this time it was 11-year-old little girl who apparently smiled at her, and she told her team to tell that little girl who was a fan of her to not bother her and make her feel like she was nothing. And if you don't believe me, you'll find it in the comments section, and you'll find it on TikTok and also on Instagram. I I don't understand what's going on right now. I did a post. I'll link my other video down in the description below. That what happened in the Rihanna situation. I'm gonna say this, and I will want your opinion on it. Please, I would like to hear it. You have, and I'm saying this to Miss Chappell Roan. You say that fans, that you don't like fans, and you think they're predatory or whatever you think they are. If it weren't for the fans, and I mean the good fans that love you for what you do, there would not be no Chappell Roan. Literally. And you're rude, and you act like a Karen, and you said you didn't want to be famous, or you didn't come as famous into this business, but you became famous after one album, and then you won a Grammy for Brand New Artist. If it weren't for the fans, there would not be you. They wouldn't buy your merchandise, your albums, or at least one of them. You would not have the notoriety that you have as an artist. But then you come out as very inconsiderate, very rude, very unethical, and people has that interaction with you. I saw it on TikTok. You pushed your assistant to the side like she was nothing, and then you cuss at photographers who photograph you, and you tell them not to photograph you, and you cuss at them. That's what comes with it. If you didn't want to go to, they said that she wanted to go to Paris for this gallery or whatever, and it's going to come with that. That's what comes with being famous. You're going to have photographs and everything. People wants to say, I like your music and everything. That's going to come with it. If you don't like being famous, then you should never be famous in the first place. I'm just saying that. You may have great talent. I give you that. You may have all things going for you. But if it weren't for those fans that buys your tickets to your shows, and you think they're predatorial and they don't understand you or whatever, and fans can understand your boundaries. They do. But not all of them are going to be bad. That's what you have. Every single person has to understand. Every artist has a thing called anonymity. Every artist or actor, like I said before in my previous video, they have this thing called being famous. But people, us in the public, we understand your privacy. We understand to not come out as weird or inconsiderate or very, whatever you think we are. How's that fair to that little girl that you made feel like you should, whatever problem you have, you need to fix it. You need to fix whatever is going on with you, because you may have talent, you may have fame and fortune, but let me tell you something, that can all get blown away. Period. It can all get blown away in a blink of an eye. That goes with any artist, that you can have the fame and the glory and the notoriety, but that can all get blown away. If you don't believe me, there's some artists that I don't dare to mention, but people can have their opinion on. Their fame and notoriety and fortune, it all got blown away within a blink of an eye. So my advice to you, Miss Chappell Roan, you need to realize that music is a great thing, but if it weren't for the fans, there would not be no you. There, like I'm telling this as a person that knows things like that, that knows things by watching an entertainer, because they can be at the peak of their careers. It can all go down. Don't believe me? You're going to be begging or lose sight of what made you who you are. You probably did because you live in your high horse and you think you have fame and fortune and you can treat everyone like a Karen. That's what they're calling you on TikTok. I'm not. But here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, the comment section are bombarded with it. And people have seen your reactions and your interviews. And you come out as very, very inconsiderate and very rude and very unfair. Some fans can go way overboard, but you have to realize you keep your boundaries. But here's the thing. The good fans, the true diehard fans, they love you. They understand that you came from not from being famous, but then you win a Grammy, and then your album goes big. You have platinum, whatever, and then you're not the person that they think you are. I don't know where you came from. I don't care. It's going to come with fame and fortune, all the publicity, all the glitz, the glamour, and everything else. Don't take it from a YouTuber like me or just a guy who works a regular 3 to 4 hour job and everything. Don't take it from me. Take it from experience. People pay their hard-earned money to come and see you, and they don't expect to get an empty sack. They don't expect you to be rude to them for everything that they buy your merchandise. They buy your stuff. They buy your album. They bought into this, oh, I appreciate the fans, but no, I just don't like fans. Miss, if you don't change a little bit, At least not to to a certain extent, to a certain way. I'm going to rephrase that. To a certain way that you should feel comfortable enough to accept fans' gratitude for you. And if you don't, you're your way to the top, it can all get blown away. And you know how I got that? Let me tell you something. Fame, fortune, glitz, the glamour, the glory, everything, people can turn on you like that. That goes with any artist, any actor, you name it. They've seen it, they've heard about it, they've come up with their own assumptions of that. And they see it every day. I just don't care if you live in a high horse, you have fame, the fortune. That goes with that. If it weren't for fans, there would not, like I said, there would not be no Chappell Roan. There would not be no Taylor Swift, Kiss, Motley Crue, Stephen Stills, Marshall Tucker Band, Aerosmith. There would not be no Jimi Hendrix. There would not be no Janis Joplin. There would not be no Garth Brooks. There would not be no Travis Tritt, who I'm a huge fan of. Travis Tritt. I'm a huge fan of music. If it weren't for the fans that brings those people into, they have their music, and they bring to everything from their songwriting to their abilities to sing on stage. And they do meet and greets, and some of them don't. Some of them do concert tours. Some of them are retired. Some of them have reunion tours. Some of them are on tour. Some of them are not on tour. Some of them do PR interviews. Whatever it is, regardless, they understand. If it weren't for them, if it weren't for the fans, there would not be no them. Period. And people like likes those artists, and some of them people don't. But people has their own opinion on what artists they like and what artists they don't like. And I'm telling you right now, it's not looking good for you, Miss Chappell Roan. It's not. It's not looking good for you at all. I'm telling you, you probably don't even care. You'll care then. You'll care if someone buys your album, your next album. You'll care if you get another Grammy. You'll care about the fans that care about you now, but you turn on them more than you turn on the bad fans, because you're actually turning against the people that makes it more important. It's the good fans that don't take it too far. That goes the same with, like I said, in the Rihanna situation. That's on my video. That person took it way too far. I'm not going to explain how it happened, because you'll find it on my channel. You'll figure it out, or go to a person's channel and they explain how they explained it. And most of those people don't respect boundaries, but the good fans do. You're missing the side of that, Miss Roan. And it makes me wonder, do you really want to be in the music business? Do you really want to be famous, or is it just about the money? Or is it just about the glitz, the glamour, and the notoriety? Think about that. Think about that for a moment. If you're just in it for the glitz and the glamour, then that can, like I said, it can all get blown away. So take some advice from a no good person like me. And I don't mean to say this about myself. I'm not trying to put myself down, but it's true. If I had the notoriety that you got, I'll be appreciative of it. I would never be rude and inconsiderate. Okay? It doesn't have, I don't have that bone in my body because I was raised better than that. I don't go on interviews and say, fans creep me out. I don't understand. They love me, they like me, whatever. I could see your point in some sustain. If you have a boundary, take it, but don't abuse it. Be on your guard, but at least have some empathy, some kindness to you. Instead of coming out as a rude, inconsiderate person that just doesn't care about the fans. You can cuss, you can make an 11-year-old girl who just smiled at you at a restaurant with her famous father. And you come out as ungrateful. Because that, like I said, your fame can go like that and you'll lose all your chances of having a second chance. Most people do get a second chance, but sometimes they don't. That comes with the fame and the fortune. You can have a second chance, Miss Roan. This could be, you can have a second chance to apologize to people that you have been rude to, that has never did anything wrong to you, and you need to apologize to that 11-year-old girl. What you did, that was uncalled for. Just because she smiled at you, because she admired you for what you did for just one album, your music. What is wrong with having notoriety? What's wrong with having some fans love you for what you do? At least be appreciative of it. Because that can go away in an instant. And I'm just giving you the honest answer. You may not see this. You may not like what I just said on this video. And you probably won't even see it. That's fine with me. You don't see everybody else's videos. You don't care. You only sit on your white horse, living off the fans, living to your best intentions for you. You don't care about the fans. If you did cared about the fans, some of them that cared about you, you would not be where you are today. If you don't want to sing anymore, if you don't want to go to interviews, you want to badmouth every single tire fan that's loyal to you and respect your boundaries, you go after them instead of going after the bad fans that do cross that boundary. Then you should not be in the business in the first place. You shouldn't, I'm just saying this as a person I don't want to come across my favorite actor or singer or celebrity and go to them and just feel like I don't matter. Because I don't feel like I don't feel like that's fair, because all I want is to say hi and be on my day. And if you want to take a picture, you can take a picture. If not, I don't bring out my phone and videotape somebody and record them. If I just want to say hi to my favorite celebrity, I'll just be kind and just wave at them or whatever. And if they don't wave back, that's fine. If they want to understand, if I know exactly who they are, everybody's getting my point, what I'm saying in this video. Just don't take advantage of it. And I'm telling you right now, this is going straightly to Chappell Roan. If you don't stop what you're doing and making people feel like they're not the true fans, and you don't love them for what they brought you to the mainstream, if it weren't for the if it weren't for the internet and your videos getting viewed on YouTube and other places, you would not be the person that you are today. If it weren't for your influences that influenced you to be in the business, there would not be no you. You got that? You must have admired your favorite artists that you grew up listening to. Huh? Let's get that out of the way right now. If it weren't for those artists that you admire, you probably were giddy seeing them. Maybe you had a bad experience with an artist that you liked, right? And they made you feel unworthy. And I bet you felt hurt and devastated and everything. How are you making the fans feel? Think about that. Think about that. And if you did have an experience like that, it should have never happened. But that doesn't give you the right to treat the same way that happened to you. Period. And I'm saying this, you may think I'm a nobody. Never amount to anything. That's fine. But I'm speaking for the people, because I care. I'm just that person that doesn't like when people do that to other people. The good things that come with it. Just because you have that doesn't mean you have to be selfish. Doesn't mean you have to live on a high horse and just don't appreciate what you have. You may do, you may don't. You don't like fans? There's something wrong. If you don't like being in the business, just quit. But that's not going to happen with you, because you want the glory, you want the fame, you want the notoriety. But then when it comes to the fans that wants to take pictures with you and at least have an autograph, at least be kind and tell you that they love you or like you, whatever, you push them to a side and keep them away from you. You may put on a show for them in concert, but then when you're off stage, you're a totally different person. But then you're rude to your assistants. Somebody was trying to help you out with a costume malfunction on stage, and you got mad and got high and mighty. That doesn't sit well with me, like everything else has in this past couple of years since I saw things. So, again, this video goes not just for Chappell Roan. This video's out there for people to know what fame and fortune can do to somebody, and people don't want it. And this is my advice to anyone that has experience with a celebrity. You know the true celebrity that appreciates the fans. And then you know the other celebrity, I don't know who, that doesn't appreciate it. Because it comes down to it. If it weren't for the fans, there would not be no artists such as Chappell Roan, Michael Jackson, Garth Brooks, Ice Cube, Travis Tritt, Steels and Crofts, Jim Croce, Cat Stevens, John Denver, Motley Crue, Kiss, Whitesnake, Hillary Duff, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Justin Timberlake, Mariah Carey. I can go on and on and on. If it weren't for the fans, there would not be any artists. Period. So, and if people has to understand, fame doesn't last forever. It can all get blown away like that. That's my advice to you, Miss Chappell Roan. Wake up. And if you don't, your career, your notoriety, your fame will all get blown away because of your actions. And people will not like you, and people will stop buying your albums or your new one if you ever have one coming out. People are not going to come to your concerts, or people are going to follow you. And you probably don't care about that either, because maybe it is all about, maybe to you it's all about the glitz, the glamour, and the fame. And you just don't care about the fans in general. And that little girl that you were rude to and broke her heart, shame on you. Shame on you. And now, in the social media and everything, it's totally a tailspin for you right now. And I'm literally not surprised. I'm not surprised. Does it hurt for you to be rude to just a child that wants to say hello and even smiles at you for a moment, and you lose your cool over it? It's a child that admires your work, that comes with it. Hello? Think before you do something that you're going to regret. But you ain't going to listen to me. You ain't going to listen to nobody. You're going to listen to what Chappell Roan wants. Not what people are going to advise you to do. Because you're only thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about the people that put you on the map. The fans. That goes with any artist. You think you're more different than everybody else? You think you're more different than... You think you're... Just because you want a Grammy? Having a Grammy is the most gifted, most incredible thing that any artist has ever won in their entire career. Some people are fortunate enough to be nominated, but for you, you won. And if it weren't for your peers to like for what you do, there would not be no you. And for you to come out and say you don't like the fans and you don't like in their behavior or whatever, some of the behavior is uncalled for, but some of the behavior is innocent. Let's get that out of the way right now. Some people can be wrong and some people can be right. That's not for me up for me. That's not up for me to decide. That's for you to decide. If you want to go, if you want to keep the real negative, then stay away from it. But if you want to continue on this path of thinking everyone's against you, everyone is out to make you feel uncomfortable, then you should have never been in the business in the first place. You should have never been famous. I'm saying that because you said it yourself. And if you don't want to be the person that you create on stage in this persona, you should have never been in the business in the first place. You should have never released that album, and you should have never done what you've done. But people admire you for what you've done. You have great talent. I'm not going to deny that. And some people are not going to deny that either. But don't come out as rude, inconsiderate, and feel like narcissistic. And people are going to, and people have called you right now, they called you a Karen. A Karen. How's that look good for you right now? Not that good. It's not, this is all I'm saying. If you don't change for what's good for you in a positive light, then people in the comment section, in social media, even on stage, people are not going to come to your concerts anymore. People are not going to buy that album or maybe your next album. You're probably in there. You probably win a Grammy, but then you probably get booed or so on and so forth. And it can all get blown away, like I said before. So, I wanted to give that out. It's not particularly a call out, but from what I've heard, Chappell Roan was very rude to a 11-year-old girl at a restaurant and was rude. So basically, she's been saying that a lot lately, and you can find her interviews and stuff, and you'll see for yourself what I'm talking about. But this is the details, and I want and if anybody understands how they feel about their certain person that they met, certain celebrity, and they have a good encounter with, that's great. But if they didn't, I'm sorry that happened to you, because it's not fair for you, because they didn't have to be rude, or inconsiderate whatsoever, because it's not fair to you. It hurts your feelings, and it hurts them. It hurts the person that they admire, because that's not fair. So I appreciate this, and thank you for watching this video. And if you ever have the chance, please like, subscribe, turn notifications on, and leave a comment down below. And I really do appreciate the opportunity to express how I feel, because what you get on my channel is raw, true, honesty, caring, and understanding. And that's why Toss with Chris will always be honest and be true to yourself. And if you're not, don't come out as fake. Don't come out as a person that's untrue to themselves. Period. And I hope that people likes this video, shares it, and understands where I'm coming from. And again, Ms. Chappell Roan, I do wish you all success in your life. I do. But don't turn your back on the fans that made you who you are. Because if it weren't for them, there would not be no you. Period. This is Toss with Chris. Thank you so much. And stay true to yourselves, your content, your ability to talk, give your opinion out on your own content, and be yourself regardless. I'll see you guys next time.